Alright everybody, welcome back to another part of Chapter 3, where we're going to be just starting off with some dark game, and then eventually heading off to the main story. So here, again, pretty fun game. We ended up, after I think the third try, we ended up being able to get through this. So, as we're sitting here playing the dark game, why don't you guys hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that bell so you can get notified of future videos. After this Final Fantasy and we get through this game, we're going to be jumping into a couple other games. We can of course throw out some suggestions. We got a little while left on this game, but don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. It helps support the channel, it helps me grow this and continue to move forward in our little journey. So, love it, appreciate it. Thank you all for your support. So, you can see I'm having still a rough time. I'm going to end up, I think I end up screwing this up pretty good right here. Yep, missed it. Missed it! We'll jump off here in a moment. He's gonna miss this one. We'll end up just moving on. Because what's the point? You might as well just shoot for it. I think we get the score here momentarily. I think after the next round. So again, if you're new to the channel, the thing about this chapter is I had some technical issues with the recording, so I had to go back, play it through, and then re-record a lot of what I was said. So with that said, it's gonna sound like, obviously, like I'm playing the game and just kind of going over it, which is true. So what we're going to do is try our best to kind of go through what I did during this chapter, and in the future chapters I was slowly working on some editing things to make it better and better as we keep going. So my hope is in the future chapters you guys will have a great time. So the goal here again, try to get as many bullseyes as you can to reduce what you have to do at the end. So I think here on this try we end up just nailing bullseyes like crazy, which is pretty fun. I mean, I wish I could do that in real life. Honestly, I truly wish I could do that in real life. I am absolutely terrible at doing that here in real life. Look at that. We nailed it in 2 rounds. Just crushed it. I don't think we're going to be losing out on this at all. 6 darts. Nailed it. Can't get much better than that, I don't believe. At this point, we're going to head back to the bar, sit there, and this should progress the story further, where Barret and their team are going to come up and tell us what's going on a little bit.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
If it feels wrong, don't do it.
Guess that's that then.
What, they kick you out?
We agreed to disagree. So, you want another drink?
Tifa! Time to celebrate. Break out all the good stuff.
Oh, sure.
We won't be needing you for this next job. Feel free to look for work elsewhere.
Fine by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Figured you'd say that. Here, the rest of your payment, along with a little extra for your exemplary service. And thus concludes our business. Gonna have to ask you to leave now. This here's a private affair.
Sorry, I tried. We talked it over, but in the end, we didn't want to put so much on you. This is our fight.
Jesse, what's the holdup?
Be right there. No hard feelings, huh?
It's fine.
Let's talk more after I'm done here, okay?
Really, it's fine.
Come on, Jesse, I'm dying here.
I'll catch you later. Sorry to keep you thirsty boys waiting.
Alright, there's not much else that goes on in here. They're gonna talk. We're gonna walk outside, because as soon as we walk outside, we're gonna run into some dudes. They're gonna continue a new little side story for us. So let's get running out there right now, and let's get moving along on this so we can get on to the next chapter, which gets even better.
Hey, brother. You from around the way?
I guess.
Know a big man with a big gun strapped to his right arm? Heard he set up shop somewhere in the neighborhood.
That depends.
Ah. Clever. Smell an opportunity to make some scratch, do you?
500.
200.
3.
Whatever, man. Let's find somewhere quiet to talk. Walk with me.
This part of the game kind of makes me laugh a little bit because we watch the two front guys. They're exactly synchronized in their movements. So, and they kind of do the same gestures through the whole thing. I noticed this with these characters. I was like, so we used the same model, same design, and we just made a copy of them and put them next to each other. Good job, Square Enix. You couldn't come up with a completely different model or design for walking. You had to synchronize them, so it just looks odd.
Word of advice, Blondie. Don't piss off my friend here. You'll be real sorry.
Unless you got some kind of death wish, then be my guest. After you, brother. And don't worry.
Of course, they make a deal with you, but they're taking you to a back alley. So guess what that means? The deal isn't true.
Spill it. You know where the bastard's hiding, don't you?
I told you before. That depends.
Oh yeah? You wasted my time.
Shinra's time, you mean?
Shinra knows better than to stick its nose in my boss's business.
Like I give a shit.
Well, this isn't gonna go well for these guys. Of course, we're gonna rock them, throw some fire damage at them. They're humans, so that means fire damage is gonna tear them apart. And honestly, you're coming to a sword fight with your fists. I'm pretty sure you lose. So there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So not a hard fight, pretty easy fight. If you hit him with fire damage, it pretty much takes him out. There's nothing to do. We took out 2 guys with that hit right there. 2 guys. They were just next to each other. I really enjoy that about the combat, is that people are nearby, they also get damage. So there's like an area effect, which is cool, versus previous games where it's one-on-one targeting. I like this so much better that they considered some of these other cool little things that they could do to make the enemies faster to beat and so on.
No problem. Lesson 1 for life on the ground floor. Get some rest.
Alright, at this point we're going to head back and get some rest. And that's going to lead us into the next part of this chapter. Which really, this is going to be the end of this chapter in the long run. So we're going to see our friend up here in a minute when we enter our apartment.
Welcome home, honey. Took your sweet time. Psych. Are you gonna let me in so we can talk in private? Guess I'll get right to the point then.
Huh. What have you got there?
An apology for not getting you on the mission. Or not. What do you think it is?
A proposition.
Nailed it in one. Gonna have to ask you to keep all this a secret from the others, though. It's a personal matter. Something I need to sort out tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. You and me, together. I want you to come with me to the Sector 7 plate. I'll give you the details on the way.
That's fine by me, but don't you have a pretty big day ahead of you?
I do, but if I don't deal with this now, it's only gonna get harder. Anyway, I can count on you, can't I? A down payment.
So we got our first summon, and that's pretty sweet. We got this Ifrit, of course, one of the first summons that I think almost in every game it's generally Ifrit or Shiva that I've ever seen. I don't know if it's been any other way. They're generally standards. So we gave it to Cloud, and we're gonna go ahead and upgrade him right now. So for the most part, if you've not done the upgrades, you know, I kind of went with the Iron Blade to kind of do more magic damage right now, and for the Buster Sword to do more physical damage. But the, Iron Blade tends to still be a little better than the Buster Sword. I've read that you can make the Buster Sword last longer, but I personally have not thought the Buster Sword has been any better than the Iron Blade currently. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's my thoughts so far. So we're kind of come in here and use all of our points as much as possible. Make sure we upgrade this guy fully so that way we have it. And the great part about this is if it doesn't work out for you, you can always come back and redo this by talking to our little kid dude. So again, we're going to go back in here and upgrade the Buster Sword, which again, like I said, he's going to be a little behind. But I think the Buster Sword, I don't think we can do anything to actually. Yeah, we can't really do anything to Buster Sword. Now I think we used all of his SP, so we're gonna go in there for the Iron. I'm sorry, we went back into the Iron Blade. We need to go back. We went back to the Buster Sword. I don't know how we chose the Iron Blade, but we did it. So Buster Sword, and we're gonna upgrade him.
You all set?
Alright, now that everything's kind of set up, we've upgraded everything, we're going to head off to Chapter 4. So, this was a shorter episode than the last, but needed to happen. So, just because I didn't want them to be super long for each chapter. I, again, appreciate y'all. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get notified, and we'll see you around for Chapter 4.